Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of FarmVille2 Country Escape livestream with Scott and Jenny Lee. Joining me, as always, is the Dancing Queen. Just kidding. Hey, Frank. It's Jenny Lee. Jenny Lee, are you here?
I'm here.
Frank was cracking me up earlier with all of his comments about Judge Judy and the Dancing Queen, so I thought I'd give him a shout-out first thing this episode.
Oh, very nice.
Anyways, welcome everyone. Jenny Lee, now you had an unusual job on the farm last week. In fact, it wasn't on the farm. I hear that you were dabbling a little bit in the stock market.
I was. I'm learning all about the stock market.
Well, that's very interesting. So on your first week as being a stock investor, what did you choose to invest in?
I chose to invest in some tin and cartwheels.
What? Tin and cartwheels? What the heck? What's with that?
Well, that's what's really big right now, right? I mean,
oh, you mean in FarmVille? So you picked what was good in FarmVille. I understand.
I'm doing great, by the way.
Yeah, well, I hear because man, oh man, do you need a lot of tin and cartwheels in the event this week?
Absolutely.
What is with that? Well, that's
I don't know.
That's a cool job to have, I guess. Anyways, should I play the? We have major news this week, right? With the whole care point thing, right? That's kind of a major news. But
it's for this week, so is it really major news?
Well, I don't know if it's major news. I played the slide, so
okay.
It has to be major news because I played the slide. But we don't really have much in crash reports, so we're not going to send you up in the air on the helicopter, even though I fixed the helicopter sound, so it's quieter.
No, I think the only traffic really is regarding the care points, as well as I see a lot of people are having issues with the boat races. But that's it for the traffic report.
Yeah, there's definitely lots of questions on this care thing, and we're going to get into that shortly on into the live stream. Actually, probably one of the first things we get into is all of that thing. But before we do, I have a correction from last episode. Remember when I said that Kim McPherson brought up like an epic co-op called The Rot?
Yes.
Join it. And I totally said the town was what town did I say it was? Rochester, which is not even a C or whatever, right? It's like ROTT, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, that was like live stream blunder right there. So, anyways, for those of you who can't see my screen right now, I've got the slide up that Kim had sent, and her co-op name is The Rot. Join it, which I thought was fascinating, and I totally botched the name of the town and meaning, and I don't even know why Jennilee agreed to understand what I was talking about last week. Anyways, what did I say the town was? Rotterdam?
Oh shoot! I can't remember.
It wasn't Rochester, right? No, it wasn't. It was Rotterdam. It was. I'll have to look, man.
Did you me? I could look.
I did tell you. I think I just told you about it. I messaged you a picture. Yeah, I think I messaged you a picture. I did. Anyways, we'll check that out later. I'll probably fix it later. Anyway, sorry, Kim. I think it was Rotterdam. Rotterdam. In my head, I think that. Anyways, I apologize. We'll look it up later. I thought you'd remember, Jenny Lee, so I didn't even bother looking up the old slide.
I thought I would too. Oh, it's Rotterdam, not Rochester.
There you go, Rotterdam. So that's why she's the Rot, which makes way more sense than Rochester because I can't spell, and I was just making up stuff last week. Well, I wasn't making it up, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Well, and I just believed you. So.
And do you know what also happened right now, which is really, really odd? I'm looking at my farm, and my cows and my sheep don't have friendship fertilizer on them, and they did like 20 seconds before I started the live stream. And I think it's because I got a cloud save and I opened a cloud save, and I think what happened is somebody must have friendship fertilized in between my cloud save and my regular save, so it didn't work. So that sucks.
Oh.
I can't get my 4 milk. See, I only got 1 anyways, so boo-hoo. I have so little barn space right now, it's not even funny. Anyways, welcome chatters in the chat room. Jenny Lee, who's here?
So we have Donna and Brenda.
Donna and Brenda, DB, you're starting with the letters that are way at the beginning. Good job.
We have Frank, of course.
Frank, of course. So nice to see you again and hear read your funny chats when I first logged in. It was funny. I laughed.
We have Celia.
Celia, welcome. You weren't here last week, I don't think, so welcome this week.
Judith is with us.
Hello, Judith is with us.
Did I say Jean? We have Jean.
We have Jean. Okay, this is the J's now. This is going to be.
I know. I think that's why I always say that. I get confused with the J's. Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Janine.
Janine is always. She's so faithful, Janine. A lot of you guys are so faithful watchers. We love you all.
I agree. And then we have Anne with us. Hi, Anne.
Hey, Anne. Just Anne. Just the only Anne, but she's a J now, so she's cool.
we have
a new game from Anne this week too. We're gonna play later, right?
A new game. What new game?
A new game. A new game on our live stream.
Oh, yes.
And your memory's short. I swear we just talked about this like 2 days ago. Anyways, thank you, Anne, for your contribution this week, which other people will hear in a few minutes.
Yes. We have, did I say Donna already? Donna?
You did not say Donna already, but that's a nice name for her. She can be Donna already. Donnie, if you're here next week, change your name to Donna already, and that will be your new name, Donna. Welcome.
I need Frank's help because I tried changing my name today. I edited it and I put Jennilee, but it's still showing up my whole name. So, Frank, I don't know what I did wrong.
Wow.
We also have Susie and Tara.
Susie and Tara. Wow. Awesome. Susie and Tara. I don't think you guys have been here before. That's cool.
I don't think so. And Andy is back. Hi, Andy.
Hey, Andy. Awesome for you to join us tonight. And you're done through the list?
Yes.
Fantastic. So what the heck is all this care stuff going on? I have slides. So this is the slide that I got. It says, express your care. Harvesting crops, animals, trees now gives you care. These special crafts have 2 times county fair points. The country fair points. I say that all the time. And you can win new and amazing power pins for this week. Only for this week. So there's a lot of questions about care, right? I mean, no, they didn't really post much information on Zynga's websites or anything about it. And there's been a lot of confusion. And I got this message this morning, and lots of people got this message yesterday. Howdy, farmer. We've noticed there's a confusion around using care in the special county fair week. So it must be just this week. Remember, you can only collect county fair points if you add care to your crafts. Please accept a gift of 10 care. Now, I don't know about you, Jennilee, but I'm still getting county fair points when I'm not using care. What about you?
Same, because I did a boat race task, you know, that I had to collect so many county fair points.
Right.
So I was going off of that, and it was after you told me that you were still getting points without using it. So I started checking, and yes, I was getting points for everything, whether I used care or not.
And I don't know about you, but I have 132,000 points this week, and I've hardly done anything. And
holy cow! I've been working my butt off, and I'm only at 65.
The nice thing that happened to me was last week when County Fair ended, I won a 3x or a 4x boost. And then I got my other X boost. So I had like an 8x boost going on for like the first day, right? And then I was pumping out this care stuff, and let me tell you, I have to harvest this. I have to send people to my little thing up here. Just a tip: stick your care when you build your wagons. When you build the event items, like I do 3 wagons, and I'm not sure how many thousands of points I get, but man, there's a lot of points. So let me see. I might send my bills. So yeah. So what I was doing was I was clicking on my wedding wagon, awesome. And I was making these wedding, what is this? What am I making? Actually, the whole wagon. Oh dear, I just made it. I didn't want to make it because I didn't want to use all my tin. Oh dear, I used all my tin. Anyways, and then you can see now I can add the care, to this order. In 49 minutes, it's going to give me points, so maybe we'll see how many we're going to get. So I'll use my care points for that, and you get a boatload of points for making 3 wagons. Like, I don't know if you get 2,000 points or something, but you get a lot of points. I think I can make some of these. Oh, yes, I can. These give you lots of points too, so you use your care for this. Anyways, how confusing is care? Because some people, and they've been emailing support, and I've seen 2 support tickets now that say you do not get county fair points unless you use care. And then I've seen a whole bunch of people freaking out because what's the point of having golden equipment when you can't get points unless you use care? Like, you spend all your timber getting all this gold equipment, and you can't get all these points. I don't know. What do you think? What's your opinion?
So I was on the same line of tracking that you just said. I was thinking, what's the point of upgrading but if you look at it, I think it's just for this week. It's temporary. It's not permanent. So it's kind of like an event.
I think so. I think it's only going to be for a week from what I can tell because of all of these things. It says, I think this one says the week. Yes, in the special county fair week. So what I think is happening is I think they're trying, in my opinion, again, I don't know for sure, but it looks like they're rolling this out to everybody this week to see the reaction that people have. Now, frankly, if you still get county fair points, but you get more when you use care, I am all for this feature. I think this is sweet. I think when I see hearts pop up when I harvest stuff, I'm like, sweet. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I don't know about, look at that. Two hearts right there, 36 care points. Now, let's talk about something else that's also been in the chat rooms in the last little while, is my third slide with the price of care points. Have you seen the slide or seen how much it costs to buy care points with keys?
I did see the first time I clicked on it, they were like super cheap, like 50 care points for like 10 keys or whatever. And yes, they've gone up a lot.
You know, I didn't see them when they were cheap. I only saw them when they were expensive, just like I have on my screen right now. I'm gonna actually get rid of that and check on my current pricing. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So 5 care points for 49 keys. 100 keys for 11 care points. I mean, all you have to do is pick stuff and you get your hearts. Look, there's 2 right there. I've gotten 4 in the last, like, 2 minutes. What
right, but the more, so I think it was yesterday, I just got care yesterday. I was clicking on everything on my farm, everything, and I was getting care points like crazy. Like I had over 30, over 40, over 50. And then today when I was clicking on things, I was rarely getting a care point.
Well,
so I think
there's a meter, right? Did you see the meter?
No.
Okay, so look on my screen. You can see the top.
Oh, I haven't seen that on my phone.
If you click on my carrots, then there's that. And if I go to my apples here and I click it, you can see that it's, oops, let me get it on my, here we go. Look, at apples hardly have any ability to get care. It's just a little sliver. So that's one thing to see as well. If you want to see what crops give you the care points, you have the little slider thingy, and that, you see, we got good chance on potatoes, people. Potatoes is where to go. How about the wheat? How's the wheat look? Wheat's just a sliver as well. So, and I don't know if this changes. This might change. Like, not changes as in the feature, but if the needle or the level goes up or down, or depending on things, I have no idea. Like, right now, my potatoes are like 30% chance.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Because Frank said that he doesn't play the county fair. I need to catch up on chat in a second anyways. But he said he doesn't play the county fair, so he didn't pay attention to care. But if you go over to your wagon and click on it...
He didn't care about the care. Yeah. Okay.
If you click on your wagon and click on the bottom tab, I believe it is, it shows you the temporary pins that you can win.
Oh, that's the middle one, I think. Yeah. The temporary.
That's the reason I'm playing it, is because it looks like some pretty cool pins you can get for a week.
So I haven't even read this yet, so let's go through them, shall we? Because that seems pretty cool.
Yes.
The first one says, Crazy Crafter, craft time of all crafts reduced by 10%. So that's pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. You read the next one.
Max Refresh, farm stand market will refresh in half the time.
So that would be good for people who like to go on and check Global out all the time, right?
I would love that one.
See, I don't check Global out very often. I just rely too much on our co-op for stuff, I think.
Oh, that's good, though, too, because we're a good team.
Yeah, that's true. Hard bargain. Although I tried to trade with you in the last 2 days, and it was a horrible experience, Jennilee. I'm like, I have a whole bunch of event stuff for you. You're like, great, I need it. And I'm like, okay, are you on? No, I'm driving. I'm like, okay. Then 2 hours later, 3 hours later, 4 hours later, and then I'm
sorry.
I'm like, and then no, you said I'm available now, and then I wasn't available for the next 3 hours or 4 hours. And then I posted, okay, you ready? And then you're like, I think I have enough. And I'm like, do I sell it on Global or do I not sell it on Global? And then you didn't even answer me. So then I'm stuck with all this stuff. So you know what? I just posted it all on Global today.
When I finally saw your message, should I post on Global, it was already almost midnight. And I thought, well, I'm not going to blow up his phone.
Oh, but I was so... My barn was so overloaded because of these stupid wagon wheels and this tin that I needed, although I used all my tin now. So I had so little space in my barn, and I was like, I know there's people in our co-op that are on round 5 or 6 or whatever those were from, and I was just like, anyways, they're gone. What did we read? What was the last one? Max Refresh?
Wait, No, because you were talking about the missing. I got one more. Yesterday, somebody posted something in co-op, and I said, hey, can I buy those? And you said, wait, we'll buy together.
Yes, that's
true. Then you said, are you ready? And I said, yeah, ready. And then 10 minutes later, I still haven't refreshed my page because I don't want to miss it.
I agree, but then I told you why.
Yes.
Yeah, because okay, so and I can divulge this information because this is true story. So right after that happened, when we said we should buy together, my phone rings and it's Zynga. And whenever Zynga kind of sends me messages, I get really excited and forget everything else that I'm doing. And so what had happened was I kind of report to Zynga when stuff happens or doesn't happen, how I see it or how I see stuff happening. So I had reported with the fact that this CarePoint thing was super confusing and support was getting letters, conflicting letters that you don't get points unless you're playing with Care, and some players weren't getting points in playing with Care and some won't, and then the prices were changing, and I kind of put a little report together and sent it, and she had replied, the lady that I'm speaking with at Zynga, with wait a minute, I'm gonna put you in a Skype group with the developers and stuff and get you set up with that. And so I'm like, OMG, okay. And so then anyways, that's what happened. And we're still working through that, so I won't get into that because I can't. But yeah, anyways, so that's where that's at. But anyways, know that when I see stuff, I do get it to Zynga as fast as possible, and that they do reply. And she replied right away, so that was cool.
That's awesome.
Anyways, we're on number 3, weren't we? And you read the last
hard
one.
bargain.
Hard bargain. Get 50% off more XP and coins from order board. So that's cool. That's on the Marie board, I would imagine, right? Marie order board.
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay. You're busy reading
That's
chat.
what happens when I pay
let's
attention
get these
to chat.
other 2 slides done so I can go back to my farm. You read the next one.
Okay. Festive Finder. Plus 5% drop rate added to all event items.
Interesting. So that is like extra items or extra chance of finding items?
I think extra chance of finding.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, that would give you the meter thing would fill more. That's right. And the last one is Farming Frenzy. Harvest time of all crops and animals. Oh, this is a good one. Reduced by 20%. So those are awesome rewards for care points.
Yes.
I can't see this being just a 1-week thing with all of these special buttons on the screens and all of this stuff.
And your wagon changed color.
I know, the wagon changed color. I tell you, it's amazing. I like it. I'm sorry, but I know there's a lot of haters out there who are gonna hate. But I like the care. And I mean, as far as the county fair goes, I don't really like. What am I on? I'm on Platinum 2, I think. Let's check my ranking here. I think it's this one. How are you doing?
But
where are you?
I still agree with you. If it's gonna be where you can only get county fair points by using care, that's gonna kind of suck. But if you get, say, double because you use care, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the more time you spend farming, the more points you get.
Right.
I think sometimes they don't need to always add stuff to buy with keys. Like
right.
Who's gonna spend 200 keys for 25 care points? The people that have hacked their farms and have millions of keys, that's who, right?
Right.
And then they're not going to worry about that anyways because they can just change their score on county fair. So if they're cheap, like when they first came out, as you said, which I never actually saw, that would be one thing that would make sense. But to have them that expensive, and there's been a lot of feedback about crazy prices. In fact, I have a slide. You want to see it?
25 cares for 199 keys. That sounds ridiculous.
Doesn't it sound ridiculous? And let me bring the slide up. Let me bring a slide because I have a slide. I told somebody on the internet that I was going to talk about them today. Care stupid. This is it. Let's call it. That's my header. Diane Carlson writes. She's agreeing with Regina, and Regina had posted about care being stupid. This is just plain stupid. What is the point of upgrading the crafting buildings to gold when you can't get points without using hearts? I don't get nearly enough hearts to use. The price to buy them this week is outrageous. Do you people not play the game? ? Do you realize how fast you go through 25 hearts? Please go back to the old way. And then FarmVille replied with, your feedback is appreciated and will be sent to the team. Thank you. There's so many posts that look like that today in the last little while. Let me go back to the game.
But I agree with Diane. That's
I
why
agree
when
too. So
when it
stupid.
first came out, where the care points were less keys,
Yeah.
it was manageable.
Yeah.
But this is ridiculous because she's right. 25 cares. If you're making a bunch of stuff, you're gonna go through that in like 5 minutes.
Exactly. So that doesn't make any sense. And then they gave us 10 free cares to kind of prevent the confusion, which just made it more confusing. It was one of the more confusing things to figure out what the heck was going on, because when I first clicked on stuff, what I did, let me see, this one's still working. I saw this and I'm like, okay, I can spend 3 keys to finish this right now. I can spend 1 helping hand to finish this right now, or I can spend what I thought was 3 cares to finish it right now. Right?
Right.
That's what I thought. I thought it was just a way of finishing stuff faster. And so it took me
That's what I thought at first too.
It took me a day to figure out that I was supposed to actually click that to get more points. Like, they didn't do a very good job, in my opinion, of informing people of what was going to happen. They just turned the feature on and hoped everybody could figure it out.
So, I have a lot of chat to catch up on, but the first one I want to do, I kind of want to go out of order. Janine is saying she plays the county fair. She plays it, but she doesn't understand why she hasn't gotten care. Weird.
So she's got the old color wagon, right?
That's crazy. Like, why?
So,
it shouldn't be a rollout then if it's only a temporary.
No. So I've seen that the reply from Zynga on several different pages has been to make sure that you're on the current version of FarmVille. So that's kind of the standard reply that they send sometimes, but I've seen that posted when other people have been posting, I don't have it yet, what's going on? The reply is check your version and make sure you're updated. So,
Janine, you hear that? Because she's saying now that she feels left out. I'm sorry, Janine.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Janine. Send a ticket in. Janine, just send a ticket in. And that goes for everybody else in the chat room who has, besides Janine, doesn't have it. Like, is there anyone else in our chat room that doesn't have the care feature?
Let me see what else I got chat-wise. Let me catch up. So I'm not missing
They could have had an opt-out that said, I don't care. That would have been funny. Sorry.
The first caps I have is from Frank, of course. He said, for my boat race, there are only 2 other co-ops. That's awesome.
See, we had that last week, but this week it's like we're full on this week, Jennilee. We're
I know, we're in like 6th place or something.
There's like 20 people racing, and it was 8. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
But you know, oh, sorry. Let me just continue with my little train of thought before I forget.
Yes.
I'm doing a boat race, and I have to do this, send people to the pier, and it takes like 4 hours to send people to the pier on my thingy without spending keys. And so literally 5 of them takes 20 hours. So I can contribute, whoops, where's my guy? In 20 hours, 150 points. Doesn't seem like a lot, does it?
No, and I wonder if we should ask, who is it, like Fran and I think Rosie. They seem to get so many points, and I think we're only 2 days in to this race. I'd like to see what they're doing to get that done, because that's pretty awesome. I feel the same way. I'm spending forever on a task, and then I have like 200 points I've contributed, and like Fran has like 2,000.
Yeah, Rosie has 1,344. Celia has 1,291. Well, maybe Celia can fill us in too. Audrey's over 900.
Celia, what are you doing?
Like, seriously, I've been trying to do this care. I have zeros across the board, and I'm like, I picked one that I thought I could handle, and because I've been playing the last couple of days trying to finish this event with 3 days to go. Anyways, I didn't want to interrupt you. I wanted to continue you with your reading of chats. Sorry, Frank and Jennilee.
Let me see, because I think I got quite a bit, but I think we covered a bunch of it already too. So that was Frank's. Next we have Janine was talking about not getting the care. That's the one I skipped to, and she hasn't seen the care. How do you get it? She said she's starting to play on a new laptop, so she's going to see if she's got the update.
Right.
She's going to check that. Let me see. Frank was feeling sorry for me. He said, poor Jennilee. Scott left her hanging.
I'm sorry. If I don't do that, though, my mind goes blank, and I just forget what I was talking about or wanted to talk about. I need like a whiteboard in front of me, or I should write marker on my screen, but then I wouldn't be able to see stuff.
Celia said because of the care points.
Wait, did you see that? I clicked on it and it said 500 thing. Look at my screen 1 second, Jennilee. 500 things. I got things. Did you see that?
Yes.
What the heck is that?
I don't know, but that was funny.
500 things. That was good. Anyways, continue.
Celia said because of the care points, I broke 200,000 points for the first time ever, and I haven't yet to run out of care. I just constantly harvest and sell the hearts. Celia, that's awesome. I've been harvesting like crazy and having to sell from my barn because I've got like 100 wheat, but I have been running out of care myself.
And what is 100 wheat called? Like, what's a bushel of wheat? Is 100 wheat a bushel? How much wheat do you need to make?
Hey, Anne, how many?
Anne's not a farmer. She's a city girl like us.
Bushel.
Does anybody know?
But isn't she our resident expert?
Well, she's our farm research person, but she'll have to Google that. But I'm curious if 100 wheat is called something. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you again. I interrupted you again. Sorry.
You're fine. All right. I wanted to thank Frank for sending all those lovely hearts to Janine. It was very sweet.
In chat?
Yes.
She's hearting it up. Oh, dear. You guys are married, probably. Both of you, probably. We know Frank is. Anyways. All right.
We have some new chatters, too. I don't think I caught all of them. Cole, you've never been with us before, I don't think. Hi, Cole.
And for the new people in our chat room, just so you know, if you want Jennilee to focus on something, put it in caps, and then she will kind of read like it's going to be commented to everybody. If you just chat between yourselves, that's cool. Put it in lowercase. But if you want Jennilee to focus on a specific topic, put it in caps. So, anyways, we should tell people that more often, because otherwise she just thinks that Brenda and Frank are yelling all the time.
Yes, nobody's yelling. It's what I'm gonna say. So even if it's like something super silly that you didn't mean for me to read, if it's in caps, I'm probably gonna read it.
There you go. Somebody get really mad at us, she's gonna read it.
And Maribel joined us as well. So hi, Maribel.
Hey, Maribel. I guess if
I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Hi to everybody.
If you're really mad at us, you have to double cap everything, like double H's, double M, double A, double D. Mad. Anyways.
Oh, Anne says 1 bushel is 35.239 liters.
Oh, so we can't convert that to our barn storage because it's whole numbers in our barn. All right. What about a gross? You know how much a gross is, Jennilee? A gross of wheat?
Are you talking about no.
You know what a dozen is?
Yes.
Well, 12 dozen. A dozen's a gross.
Oh. I'll probably forget that, but thank you for sharing.
Do you know what a dozen is? How many that is?
A dozen dozens?
Yeah. How much is that?
Listen, I don't have my calculator on me, okay? This isn't fair.
You need a calculator for 12 times 12?
I don't do math.
Really? How about 10 times 12? You know what 10 times 12 is, right?
I don't do math.
Oh,
why are
really?
you trying to embarrass me on the live stream? We have 22 watchers right now.
Do you know your ABCs?
Oh, it's 144. And yes. I love you.
And she cheated. That's a gross.
No, she helped me out.
So, do you have 100 wheat in your barn? You need to have a gross. That's 144. Then you got to post a picture. Not to be a gross amount of wheat. Do you get it?
Okay.
Anyways, sorry, we're so sidetracked right now. It's not even funny. Speaking of sidetracked, do you got more chat, or do you want to play Anne's game? Because that's going to be fun.
Hold on, let me do some more chat. So this is not uppercase, but I think it's important. So Tara said, also, why do they send you to bonus task so soon and not the same for everyone? Like some can do 8 or 9 tasks before bonus task, and sometimes it's 11. Tara, I think it's based on how much points you're going to make per task. So like collecting shrimp might be, 70 points, while working Eddie could be like 150. I think it goes off the points as well.
Harvest 50 red grapes, 67. You know, I don't know. And I mean, all I do is I go to this chart, I find something that's reasonably easy for me to do, I click it, and then I run out of time and I don't accomplish it, and then I choose something else off the list, which I think I can do. 13 pumpkin gift bags for the Scarecrow wedding, 109 points. Why wasn't I doing that?
I did that one. I did the 17 bags, and I finished that one today. That was easy. Yeah,
because that's like totally easy. Now I gotta wait like 7 more hours, 8 more hours for this fisherman person to finish. Oh, I'm so upset.
I also... Sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I got feedback from Celia on how she does so awesome on the boat race.
All right, what is it? Because we need to do that.
So she said, for boat races, I go for the easiest, like making trousers, grape juice, and harvesting crops. I stay away from the pier, Sophia's tasting table, Eddie, and sending helping hands. See, and I always go for those things because they seem to be like worth so many more points.
You know what was really brutal? When I had like to do 45 or 80 lemons or something, and I didn't do it, and I ended up with 60 lemons in my barn. I think I've still got lemons in my barn from that. You just clogged it up. But yeah, it's definitely cool. Well, that's good tips, Celia. Thank you so much for letting us know.
Brenda thinks that the boat race is a joke. She doesn't like it.
Brenda doesn't like it. Is Brenda on our co-op? No, Brenda's not on our co-op.
No, I think it's kind of growing on me. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. But I don't always participate either.
Well, I really, really like it when we win stuff. And when we don't win stuff, I really don't like it.
Right.
And, you know, I'm waiting to see if we can get that trout barrel again or that blackberry barrel again, that one I have sitting here.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to get one in the first place. I like that you guys had that.
I don't even know how we got that. You know, the nice thing, Brenda, about FarmVille, there's a lot of nice things about it. First of all, we love you because you love playing it and being with us. But there's a lot of stuff that some people love and that some people don't love. And that's what's great about it, is that I can like doing county fair points and you can hate it, and we can still both love the game, because those are two parts of the game that you don't need to do. You understand what I'm saying, Jennilee?
Yes.
Like, there is so much to this game, from boat races to county fair to the events to, you know, prospectors panning to making show pigs with funny outfits on them. There is so much to this game that it appeals to a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons. And that's why I think partly it does so well. So when people freak out about one feature not being liked, there's a lot of other people that love it.
Right.
Yeah. You know, like the global market. Like, literally, I spend no time in global. Jennilee, you spend a lot of time in global, right?
I love global.
Yeah. So, and when you find something cool in global, it's like the sweetest thing, right?
I think I've trained myself to know when it's been 5 minutes.
Nice.
I'm trained.
So it's like you're sitting down for your appointment at your job, and you ask the guy at the car dealership how long your car's going to be, and he's like 5 globals.
Right.
And you're like,
that's
yeah,
what
that's
I
not
hear.
that bad. I can do 5 globals. Or else you tell your kids, Mom, are we almost there yet? We'll be there in 10 globals, sweetie.
Oh, with the kids, though, I do that with Sophia. So I just pretend that an episode of Sophia the First is 30 minutes, even though it's not. I just pretend. Nice. So when they say, how long do we have to sit in the car, I say 5 Sophias.
Nice. 5 Sophias, that's funny.
Frank wants to know if we have heard from Tammy or Lori because they are MIA.
Tammy and Lori, those are the ones that always used to get mad at us, right? Not mad at us, but they got upset. I haven't.
I haven't either, actually.
No. I think they're fine with us. I think they're fine with the game. Or maybe they... yeah, people are busy. People have stuff to do. I know that there's lots of people who listen to us after, like Rosie from New Zealand, who it's only 2 o'clock for Rosie now, so I don't know why she's not listening to us. But she's probably maybe working in the garden or working or who knows what. But yeah, I need some more country biscuits.
Well, I think some people might have been a little deceived as well. When we're talking to Zynga, they think that we actually have like control on some Zynga stuff.
Yeah, they think, like, I got a message one time asking me to shut the game off. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, can you turn it off? I just don't like it anymore. I need to not see it ever. And I'm like, well, then just quit. And he's like, no, I need it off. I was like, I don't have that power to turn it off. But anyways,
it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Oh, I still need country biscuits. You know what's the worst is when you have a pin and don't activate it. Isn't that the worst? Have you ever had that happen?
When what?
You get a pin, but you forget to activate it.
Oh yeah.
Where are my pins?
Or you activate it and then completely forget about it, and later you're like, why didn't I use it?
Totally
Why didn't I take advantage?
That's totally true. Let me think. Oh yes, let's play that game that we were going to play earlier.
Oh yes. Anne, are you ready to play the game?
All right, so everybody in the chat room, we thought we would try something different this week. And
Wait. Can I make a shout out to Leslie? Because she's going to listen to this in a couple days. Thank you for some awesome suggestions for the game. And anybody else, if you have not game, for the live stream. If anyone else has suggestions, send us an email to our scottandjennylee@gmail, or go ahead and put it in the comments. We love hearing what you guys have to say, and we want to incorporate some fun stuff for you guys in here.
Indeed we do. We want to go off topic for you guys.
Yes.
When we can. Anyway, so the first off topic thing, and it's not really off topic because it's still farm related, it's just not FarmVille related. So we're going to bring a picture up on the screen in a few seconds, and it's going to be something that I have no idea what it is, hopefully, and Jennilee has no idea of hopefully what it is, and hopefully nobody in our chat room has any clue what it is either. However, there might be somebody in our chat room who may know what it is. So all that we ask is that if you do know what it is, that you don't just blurt it out right away in chat, and you let us kind of guess at it for a little while first. Because we thought it would be funny that way. Right, Jennilee?
Right. And if anybody's listening to us later on the podcast, we're going to try to explain what we're looking at in the picture.
Right. And then if someone happens to know what it is, I'll send them a bumper sticker. Like if somebody knows.
Ooh.
So, but we'll have to take your word on it. And because obviously you can say you knew what it was. But anyways, you'll have to be honest with us. But anyway. All right. So everybody ready in the chat room? And Jennilee, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
And Anne was so kind enough to send us this picture, which I'll bring up shortly. So Anne obviously knows what it is, so she wouldn't qualify for the bumper sticker, although we'll probably send her one anyways. All right.
You can put hers in the mail same time you put mine in the mail.
Yeah, there we go. I'll send
but she'll get hers first.
She might not. I think the letter stuff to the States is faster. Okay, everybody's ready. Ready?
Ready.
There we go. Okay, I got to click on the right slide here.
Brenda says ready. We're ready.
All right, farm thingy. I called this slide farm thingy. All right. So on my screen, I'm going to look at my picture instead of looking at my farm game right now, so it's going to be paused. There is I'm assuming it's John Deere, right? We can see the letters J-O, and then N is covered up by some huge wheel thing. And then the word Deere, Jennilee, right?
Yes, I see it.
It looks like it's on two legs. It has wheels under the legs. I'm not sure if that's a seat or a place to put your feet. What do you think?
What would you do with your feet on something that looks like a seat? Like,
well, you'd have to sit on that metal part that's bowed out.
Oh, but then you'd fall backwards because it doesn't look like it's very heavy.
But maybe that piece has been old and fallen off, and like it's gone now. Like
is that a steering wheel too?
Yeah, I don't think it's a steering wheel because it's side on the side, and there's one on the other side, but it's missing. Like, is it like some sort of a? Wait, it says that there's some stuff on the. Let me zoom in here. I think I can zoom in. Let me.
It's on wheels. It looks like you could put something on the top. I wonder. Oh, I got an idea. I'm probably way off.
So
I wonder.
I'm zooming in a little bit. I was zooming in. Sorry. And then on the top is a little weird springy thingy. I just saw the chat and someone wrote, "Is it Canadian?" That's awesome, Gene. You are the best. Because I'm looking at the live stream window right now to see the picture because it's not on my farm game. Is it from the US?
Well, it's on wheels too. I wonder, but it looks like someone put it on the wheels. Like maybe it doesn't always go on
that's
the
right.
wheels.
It attached to something else.
Very tricky.
All right, so it's got like a weird gear spoke in the middle and then 3 outside spoke. Now, do you suppose a belt would go on that and turn it?
If it's not a steering wheel, then yes, I would think a belt would go on it.
A belt would go on it. So it's part of something else, I think. That top stuff, though. Maybe it's like one of the first milk machines where you like cranked it and it milked your cow for you. Like you just backed it up underneath your cow and then...
You think your cow's that tall?
Well, I don't know. Maybe this thing's little. Maybe it's like a smaller thing. There's no scale beside it, so maybe it's like the size of a bread box.
I was thinking because of the wheels, because I was distracted at first, like maybe you could push it and like it shoots out seeds to put them in the ground. I don't know.
That's awesome. Yeah, like you hook the circle thing to your belt, and then you spin it, and then seeds come shooting out the top. We need a John Deere professional. Oh, can I say Brenda knows?
Can you say what?
Yeah, well, Brenda thinks she knows, or maybe. I'm just reading chat.
Brenda, what do you... Brenda and Janine says, I think I know as well. And so, yeah, Brenda.
Okay, well, I have no clue. Jennilee, you have no idea, right?
No.
So anybody
Brenda,
in chat,
what do you think it is?
If you think it is... Oh, a corn husker.
And
Where?
Frank says Timbit maker. I don't
Timbit
even know
maker.
what Timbit means.
Well, it's like it's like a donut inside of a donut maker, the donut hole.
Anne says you use it in a crop in FarmVille.
Whoa, like a live crop, like we use it when we're playing.
Brenda thinks it's a tractor.
So maybe it is a corn husker.
She said correct. Which one is correct, Anne? Who's correct?
Is it a corn husker?
I don't know.
Anne just keeps saying correct. Or I might be delayed on chat. I don't know. I can't see
Corn
the chat.
husker. Jean got it right.
Crazy.
It's a corn husker.
Where do you put the corn? At the top? And what's that little arm for? Oh,
What the heck is a corn husker?
Oh, you don't even know what a corn husker is? Okay, do you ever husk corn?
Man, I think that's going to have to be my job next week so I can learn what it is.
Jennilee, do you go to the grocery store?
Yes.
Okay, do you go to the vegetable aisle?
All the time.
All right. Have you ever bought fresh corn?
Yes.
Have you ever husked it?
Yeah, you just take it off with your hands. But what does this do?
Well, a husker would be taking off the husk. So I would.
Yeah, but I don't have this in my backyard to take off the husk. I do it with my hands.
Obviously you do. But if you had like a whole crop of them, then you'd need to keep your hands free and feed this machine so that the husks could be removed.
I need to YouTube that and watch a video, I guess. Frank says I'm a city folk.
All right, imagine there's 30 of you in this machine, and then just the husks of corn just fall in the top, and then you just take them all apart with your fingers, and they fall at the bottom.
I already told you I don't like being overwhelmed. If there's 30 of me in there, I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, but that's how it would work. You'd have one person who can husk a single corn at a time, and then you have a machine that can do like 30 at a time. Right?
Okay.
So clearly you feed this machine corn husks with corn on them, and out pops a husked corn. A husked corn.
A husked or like a huskless corn?
A huskless corn. That's true. And is a huskless corn cold?
Well, what? Maybe it's room temperature. Not room temperature, but outside temperature.
Like if you think about a corn cob, you've got the husk, right? And then you've got the corn, and then you've got the cob. The cob stays. They should make a machine for taking the corn off. They probably have a machine for taking the corn off.
Okay, I believe you.
You believe me? That's very
Well, I learned last week I probably shouldn't just blindly believe you.
That's true. Rochester. There you go. Bring it up again. Poke it in my whatever I have to poke. Anyways.
Sorry.
Thank you, Anne.
Anne says that one is an antique and it may be missing a part, but that's a cool looking antique, Anne. Thanks.
Yeah, and it's also good that it's missing a part because then it would be less obvious.
True.
But that is
Very
cool.
true.
So I think that was fun, Anne. You have to do that again next week. If you're not going to be around, just send us the picture ahead of time. That'd be cool too. Although how would we know what it was? We have to wait till like 3 episodes to find out what it was.
Yeah.
So do you enjoy corn, Jennilee?
Yeah.
Like corn on the cob or just corn from the
No,
can?
I don't like corn on the cob.
Really? Because it gets stuck in your teeth or your braces?
I had braces for 10 years. I don't like nothing that gets stuck in my teeth.
I love corn on the cob. It's the best. I love the corn on the cob that has the you know how there's sweet corn, right? Like there's some corn that's really sweet. And
I like the creamed corn.
That's good too. But I'm talking about the postage stamp corn. Have you ever had that?
I don't eat postage stamps.
You ever lick a postage stamp? Have you ever licked a postage stamp? Did they lick stamps in the United States?
Yes, that's disgusting.
Okay. So have you ever had corn that tastes like a licked postage stamp?
No.
Really? It's the best.
You are so weird.
It's like, okay, chat room, clearly you know what I'm talking about, right? Corn that tastes like postage stamps. Someone has to have it liking as well. Frank probably loves this stuff.
Frank says peaches and cream corn. I have not tried that, but that sounds interesting.
I think it's like a kernel that's white and a kernel that's yellow, and then they mix them together, and it's like a sweet corn. Brenda says no, she doesn't enjoy the postage stamp corn. I've never heard of it. It's okay, like you know how they feed some corn to pigs? Like they just make corn. They grow harvest. They grow corn and they feed pigs with it, right? Maybe they do.
Sure.
All
sure.
right. Sounds strange. Come on, people. Someone has to have someone has to enjoy the flavorless corn that you get really cheap at the grocery store that tastes like postage stamps, besides me.
Brenda says never heard of it.
It's something you don't have to hear about. You just taste it. People have bought bad corn at the grocery store. That tasteless corn.
I think you're making this up.
I'm not making it up. Maybe it's just Alberta. I don't know.
It's a Canadian thing, guys.
We have a few more people in the chat room. I'm waiting for someone to post that. Maybe they don't like it, but I know they've had it. All right. What next? Hey, we have a new event coming.
We have a new event coming?
Yeah, do you know what it's called? The Day of the Dead.
Oh, fun.
Bah, bah, bah. So, yeah, this was a slide I got last week. Did you get it? It says, coming soon. Remember fondly. This is kind of an interesting, morbid slide, I think, actually. I'm not sure how I feel about this event.
I don't always... So, when we get the pop-ups, I don't always see them because if it's first thing in the morning, in the morning, and I'm sitting outside and I got my coffee, I just want to open my game. So whatever red X I see, I'm clicking it.
You know, I spent keys that way. I swear, or I bought something that way. I bought like slot machine coins or some stupid thing the other day because I didn't know what I was doing because I couldn't see the screen. But I use the screenshot now, especially since we do the live stream, because lots of stuff pops up and then it doesn't pop up again, and you're like, what did that say, or what did I just miss, right?
Right.
And so I screenshot everything now. Stuff pops up on my screen. Bling, screenshot. You should see how many screenshots I have on my phone. Anyways, apparently...
Maybe I shouldn't click on the game then first thing in the morning.
You should. You should just make a screenshot if you see something pop up.
I'm not awake until my coffee.
Oh, I see. Anyways, the Day of the Dead is the next event. Remember fondly and prepare for the Day of the Dead, people. You're gonna need wheat, you're gonna need sugar, and you're gonna need eggs so that you can so stock up on flour, sugar, and eggs, because the Day of the Dead is coming, and that's what you're gonna need, people. So I think it's the day. Have you heard of the Day of the Dead before?
Yes.
It's like a Brazilian thing, isn't it, or a South American thing?
I was gonna say Hispanic.
Oh, maybe. Is that South American? Is Hispanic South American?
Have you seen the movie Coco?
Coco. Is that like with a cartoon? I mean, an animated movie?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen it. I've heard of it.
That's what I think of is Coco. They have the day, I believe it's the Day of the Dead, where they celebrate the dead and they make lots of food and spend time with family and celebrate their lost ones to remember them.
Yes. Now it recalls. I don't think I've seen it, but I definitely recall what you're saying.
It's kind of cute. You should check it out.
I should check it out. Well, you know what? After this live stream, I probably won't do that. Just kidding. I will probably forget that, what you just said to me, because... It's
a Hispanic Mexican holiday, says Anne and Maribel.
Yes. Shut down... Frank wants me to shut down the game. Sorry, I'm reading chat over my game shoulder.
Did you see what Frank said before that? He said, belly up to the trough with the piggies.
No one's had my corn? Come on, chat room. Oh, man.
No, they've never heard of it. Even Celia said, never thought it tastes like postage stamps. She's had the sweet corn. Never thought it tastes like postage stamps. Okay,
how about this then? Because, Celia, I think Celia eats Hispanic food. And have you ever had, like, authentic tortillas, Jennilee? Like cornmeal tortillas?
You're saying tortilla. You're not even saying it right. You're asking me authentic, tortillas? And then you say tortillas.
Tortillas? I'm Canadian. That's how it comes out in this area of the world. Okay, tortillas. Tortillas?
Tortillas.
Tortillas.
Completely forget about the L's. Tortillas.
Oh, but there is L's, isn't there?
Yes, but you don't say them. Tortillas.
Oh, and see, I screw that up in Canada or in my language, even when I'm not supposed to say stuff. Like, I screw it up anyways. So I kind of say it how it looks to me. I apologize to the entire world, but... So
how do you say euro?
Like that.
You say gyro, don't you?
Gyro. There's no G, is there? Is there a G in euro? Isn't it EURO?
No, not the money. I'm talking about the food. GYRO.
What is a gyro?
It's a euro.
What is a euro? I've never heard of it. What do you do with it? You eat it, obviously, but what is it?
Yeah, it's like almost like a pita sandwich, like the pita. But you put lamb in it, and then it's got like this tzatziki sauce on it, and lettuce, and I think tomatoes and stuff like that. It's fantastic. They're delicious.
I've never heard of this before. Maybe
Greek sandwich, Anne says. Yes, thank you. It's a Greek sandwich. They're fantastic.
I am not cultured like you guys. I have none of that in my blood.
I ate a lot of them when I was in Europe this summer.
Okay, so that was like a little off topic. So you have had authentic tortillas.
Yes.
Tortillas. I like the tortillas. Tortillas. Okay, so do you enjoy them? Like, are they yummy?
Yes.
See, and I don't know what it is, but when my wife makes, is it tacos? Please tell me I said that right.
Yes.
All right. We use like almost like a. It's not a very corn flavored shell. It's more like a wheat flavored shell. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Like, they call them tortillas, whatever. But they're not made of cornmeal. They're made of like wheat, and so they don't have that corn taste. Like, what about cornbread? Do you like cornbread?
No, I don't like cornbread.
But doesn't that taste like a tortilla shell?
No, it tastes like dry nothing to me. I don't like cornbread.
But that's what I swear. So when I was in Mexico a few years ago, we went on a little tour, and they took us to this little town, and this lady made these tortilla, whatever they are.
Forget about the L.
Okay, whatever I'm going to say, but without the L's, things on a stone. So she just poured it over a stone or whatever, and it got hard, and then we ate out of it. And it was very bland. It was very cornmeal-ish. It reminded me of cornbread, but without the sweetness, or it was just a very bland thing. So that's how I envision authentic tortilla shells.
There you go.
I did it. Yay. That was points on me. So anyway, I can't remember where we were going with this, but anyway.
I got you.
I find the authentic kind of tortilla shells not good. Myself, personally.
I just have one more for you because Frank put this in bold. So if I were to spell ABOUT, how would you say that?
Oh, well, I know what that word is, right? But if I was not skilled in just knowing that was about, then I would say a boot. Right? Okay. How about you?
Well, like you were saying, gyros, euros, tortillas. I would think that the way it's spelled, you would say about versus boot. You're confusing me with your made-up language.
My made-up language. How about a roof? Do you have a roof or a roof?
I have a roof, but I say crick instead of creek.
Do you say Z or do you say Z?
Z. You guys say Z. I saw that on a sci-fi show.
I see. I have no space in my barn, apparently. I was picking all kinds of stuff. I'm going to have to get some stuff out of my silo because it's clogged up.
Before we go more off topic, we were talking about the next event that's coming up. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it said it or not. I wasn't paying attention to the top part. I was looking at what we needed. But Brenda and Donna are talking about not liking leaderboards because of the cheaters. Is this next event going to be a leaderboard?
I don't know. It might be. What do you think? I probably not. They haven't done one in a while.
That's what I was thinking. We haven't done one in a while, so I wouldn't be surprised. But because it's a holiday event, I don't think they normally do permanent farmhands for holidays, right?
I wonder if we're going to get it. Yeah, that's true. I wonder if we're going to get a permanent farmhand for sale again, if that's going to ever happen. Because I am ready to go. I have 568 keys, and I am ready to go.
I have a little bit more than you, and I've been saving it for the same reason.
Oh, cartwheels! Oh, it's in our co-op, though. Oh, look, Anakin's got and Tin. I have to check co-op chat really quick to make sure they're not for anybody. Can I have this stuff? And Anakin, can I have this? And Just Dan? I'll wait till she says yes in chat, and then I'll buy it, unless someone else buys it on me. I wasn't reading the chat, but anyway.
Oh, since I got your attention, if you have any helmets, can I have some?
Helmets from what? What helmets for? What
The antique helmets. I need some. I took an order for them. And said buy away.
Okay, let me see. I might have one antique helmet. Yeah, I have one. I'll give it to you. Right, it's up for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know how I like to have one of everything, so you have my last one.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get MJC's cartwheels as well, and pine nuts. Who wants pine nuts? Let's check global for pine nuts. There's one there. Oh, look at this one. A wedding invitation. I'll buy that. Oh, look at the stuff sell out.
Anne wants to know if you have any cedar plank trout.
Oh, you know what? I don't, but I have cedar planks. Let me tell you. Let me check my cedar plank pile. I have trout and I have cedars. So, if Jennilee, if you get on and grab my stuff, I'll put up my. I swear I had like a pile of wood. I have 7 wood. I can only plank. I can only plank one at a time. I do have a cedar plank trout. Let me post it.
Also, Frank said every 3rd event is usually a leaderboard, so it's due.
Oh, he has a system.
The
Frank system. Let's make 2 cedar plank trouts, because I have a lot of extra trout apparently. Now, what did I use to make that? Because I'm going to run short on something and I got to restock it. Lemon zest.
I got them. And thank you, Janine. I got them. I need one more if you have. Not you.
Isn't this cool? It's like you can just ask for stuff and it just pops up. It's like the new version of FarmVille chat. You just ask for stuff and then it pops up.
Anne said she'll take your trout. Oh, you already posted it for her.
I did. It's amazing, actually. FarmVille with voices. That's the next best thing. Oh, look, someone says something. Oh.
Going to finish the event before the time is up.
Who, me or you?
You.
Well, let's check. I have 3 days, 3 hours, and I have the whole bottom row of people to get. I think I will. Celia's been so kind enough as to hoard cartwheels for me and feed me stuff. So I've been making stuff like crazy. Thank you, Celia. So yeah, these are almost done. Look, 2 minutes, and then we're gonna get wedding wagons. Oh, you know what? I have another theory as well. You want to hear my theory?
I do.
Okay. So
wait, before you tell me your theory, thank you everybody for the helmets. You guys are awesome. I love you all.
There you go. You shall ask, and it shall be posted.
I love it. There was so many up just now. It was fantastic.
See, next week, Jennilee, you're gonna have to ask what you need before we get going through the show, and then you can just harvest away as you play.
There we go.
So you know how when you open up your event thingies that you get these boosts, right?
Yes.
So once you have 5, you stop getting the boosts, and it's my theory that the drop rate on your dolls goes up when you don't get boosts anymore.
Ooh, I never thought of that.
So I always max out my boosts at 5 and then never use them.
That's a good idea, because after I hit 5, I hurry up and use one, because I think that if I get them, they're not going to count for anything.
Yeah, so, and then I don't. So, and for me, I get, what I've been usually getting is out of 3 things, like I'm making 3 wagons, I'll get 1 doll every 3 wagons. Is that what you get?
Yes, that's what my thinking was. For every 3, you get 1. Hold on, Brenda. Good night.
Night,
she
Brenda.
said she's leaving.
Yeah, it is 8:58. It's close to 9 o'clock, so we'll be leaving. So thanks, Brenda, for hanging out. Brenda, you were really early tonight. I think you were like an hour early.
I think she was like the first one here, right?
She was live streaming before the live stream started. She was like there, and then she's like,
"Oh, it was Donna and Brenda. Both were the first ones here. They were super quick."
That's true. And they're both awesome. We love you both. Yay.
Yes.
Anyways, good night, ladies.
So we should probably start getting wrapped up then.
Yes. So people in the chat room, you can say your goodbyes. Thank you for hanging out. Look, Pablo's even hanging out with us still. We haven't talked about Pablo lately. I wonder if Pablo's ever going to join us. That'd be so funny if Pablo logged in. Hello, me Pablo. You have my photo on the screen.
Hey.
Your mom just asked for a helping hand. I'm giving her one. Oh, MJC beat me to it. Ursula
you
just
did say tortilla right, so maybe you can start speaking like that.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, there's lots of stories about me saying stuff wrong. It's classic. It's classic me. You should see when I give people directions. They end up in a completely different city. Wagon wheels. Have you noticed that? You know what I was going to mention tonight? The fact that there is no way you can finish this event, even playing 24/7 without co-op help or extreme global help.
I think you're right.
Like the amount of tin you need in the last event alone, and for having to send people to the mine to get enough tin, like it would be impossible. You'd have to spend keys.
I think I've used very minimal help on doing the events so far, and if I don't use help, there's no way I'm going to finish because I just started the last phase. Just started it like an hour before the live stream.
Yeah, I think actually I was actually surprised that I was ahead of you in this event.
Me too.
It's like I remember that one week. It was like the event just started, and I was like, "Wow, the event's so fun." You're like, "I'm done." I'm like, "What?" Oh, that was the month that you were using the rain groups.
Yes, I'm no longer part of the rain groups. I don't have any friends anymore that are attached to the rain groups except for Lorraine because, you know, we got her on here and she's so nice, and so I've left her as a friend. But all the other people that were rain folks, I'm not doing those ones anymore.
Sure, and it's you're not doing it because it's bad or that you don't think it's wrong or whatever. But I think you just don't do it because it really takes the game away, right? Like it's quick to do stuff, and then you're like,
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I took the.
I want to feel like I'm still working. Exactly. I want to feel like I'm still really working for stuff, and I don't. Right. You know, when it's given to you, it kind of takes away from that going out to get it yourself, or like you said earlier too, it takes away from some of the co-op. You know, like working together to make things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. All right, so you have some goodbyes to read?
I do. I have a few. Are you ready?
I am ready.
So, of course, we said goodnight to Brenda, and she said she loves us too. It's almost 10 where she's at. And then we have goodnight from Tara and Anne.
Tara and Anne. That's like Tara Ann. That sounds like a terrible place to be. Just kidding. Goodnight, Tara and Anne.
We have goodnight from Laura and Celia.
Good night, Laura. Good night, Celia. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been fun as always to have both of you here.
We have goodnight from Jean and Frank, but Frank is bummed that it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, Frank. But I'm glad you came on early, Frank, and I'm glad you posted stuff about Judge Judy and what else did he post? Mamma Mia stuff? Dancing Queen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That was cool.
Anne said time to go to sleep instead of saying ZZ. She said ZZZ.
Nice. Good night, Anne. Thank you for hanging out late with us tonight. We always keep you up late on Thursday nights. It's what we do. She's in Toronto or Ontario, and I think it's 2 hours. It's like 11 o'clock for her, I think. Maybe it's 10. I don't know.
We have good night from Donna and Janine.
Good night, Donna and Janine. So awesome to join us with you tonight.
We have one more. We have one from Paula. Good night, Paula.
Good night, Paula. Thank you for hanging out. Paula hasn't been here in a while either, I don't think. Maybe not.
It's just a name that I'm used to seeing, though.
Paula, yeah, she's been here
I feel like
before.
I always see Paula on here.
That's true. Maybe she is here every week, and we just totally think she's not.
No, it's because we're old and we have really bad memories.
I'm older than you. I'm way older than you, and my memory is bad. It's horrible, actually.
I'm a mom, and they say like the more kids you have, the more like your mind just goes away. Your memory just goes.
So you're done.
And then we have a good night from Judith as well. Good night, Judith.
Good night, Judith as well. That'd be a good name for Judith. Judith as well.
Judith as well.
Imagine having to know all these names, like Frank, of course, and Just Anne, and Judith as well.
I changed my name, so I wonder if next episode it'll say Jennilee.
Well, maybe. I heard you could only change your name like once or twice a year or a month or something. I think Frank was telling us that the other month.
I've never changed it, so I hope it takes.
That would be cool. All right.
So my turn?
No, yeah, but before you do that, I wanted to pick my... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Wow, that stuff pukes out a lot of... I love when stuff barfs out a lot of stuff. I wanted to pick my cart to see what I was going to get. 3 wedding wagons. Look, I got the little spaceman and a wagon wheel.
You know I can't see it yet. That's not fair.
An astronaut doll. So now I'm a little bit closer to finishing the event. I only need 1 more row and then 2 of my little business guys. Look how cute these guys are. Imagine the guy that has to make these. It's so much fun. Look at these little cute little guys. Anyways.
Oh, that's the job I should have done this week. I should have been like a doll maker.
There you go. Poor teddy bear is leaking all of his stuffing out of his arms and legs.
I'll sew him up.
All right, sew him up good. All right, you say your good nights, and I will say my good nights.
Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's been lots of fun. I love that we had so much chatter today. Also, quick reminder, if you guys have any comments or suggestions or ideas that you'd like for us to do on the show, let us know. Send us an email to scottandjennylee@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment, or you can also do it on the Facebook page, whichever one is most convenient for you. But I can't wait to see you all again next week. Hope you guys have a great week.
That sounded like a recorded message. In fact, I should record that out and then use that as our promo video. Real, that'd be cool.
I'm like really into like public speaking, so I think that comes out when I talk.
And instead of me saying good night, I'm going to say good morning for all those people who are listening to us on their way to work.
Oh, I love it.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Anyways, God bless everyone. We'll see you next week. Same place, same time. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye.